Hey mom, so I decided that I wanted to put together a little kit and some tutorials for you on how I did my makeup when we were in Michigan. It's taking me several years and trial and error to find out the best tips and tricks and brands to go with. So all of the stuff in this kit that will be sent to you is all of my favorite products. They've never broken me out. They are great quality. So I hope you love them as much as I do. And we got to give it hats off to Chris because he went with me to Sephora and helped me find stuff in the busy weekend. I also am going to include this little sheet that's going to have all the steps on it for you and just kind of go through what I do to get my skin the way I do. And yeah, so sit back, relax, enjoy, and then also you'll be able to play these videos back while you're doing your makeup, and hopefully this will help a little bit. So first steps first is skincare. So what I do before I do any makeup is I wash my face, and I am almost out of this one. This is one of my favorite ones, and I have a whole package here for you. This is the same brand that does the moisturizer, which I've been loving. So if you find that you don't like that other one, this one is a real good one. It's not scented and it helps clean and get your face nice and clean. One of the other things that I do, for me, I get a lot of peach fuzz on my face, and when I've gotten a few facials before and makeup artists have told me to shave the peach fuzz, and I know that can be very intimidating. So what I use is an eyebrow razor, which I'm including a fresh clean one in your kit for you. And all I do, let me scooch in closer. What you do is you're gonna pull your skin tight like this, and you're just gonna go gently lay it down on the skin. You don't wanna go straight and you don't wanna go up. You always wanna go down. So you just start with small little strokes and go down. And you don't want to go over the same area several times, but this is going to get all that peach fuzz and dry and dead skin off. I highly recommend, if you've never had a facial before, to go get a facial and ask them to teach you how to dermaplane your face. But this is just going to help your foundation lay flat and not be collected on those hairs. With having peach fuzz on your face, a lot of times your makeup will cling to those hairs and not sit on your skin. So it's going to make you look like you have like a shadow effect. So I just do this like super gently. And I don't do this every time I do my makeup. I only do this once or every other month, so you don't really have to do that too much. And then you just, as you can see, like I've got a lot of dry skin because it's winter time, and it's just gonna take it off. And you want to be careful around your eyebrows because you don't want to whack your eyebrows off. And this is just gonna get your skin nice and smooth, so whatever you put on there, it sticks nice. And just be extra careful. I have a little towel here. And you just want to stretch that skin, and be careful when you're stretching it, just enough to keep it tight so it doesn't cut. And you're not shaving it like a razor. Don't ever use a razor. This will not make that skin grow back any darker, but it will help exfoliate some of that dry skin off. So after I do that, I wash my face. So hold on. There's not really any tips or tricks about washing your face. Use gentle, lukewarm water, not scalding hot and not too cold. Wash it. And then you want to let it kind of air dry, or you can use a paper towel and dab it dry. Then after we've washed our face, we're going to moisturize, which you already bought this. You're just going to scoop some of it up with your finger. This is about how much I use. And just kind of put it all over your face and really rub it in. I also take it down my neck because your neck and your chest can become very dry as well. And anything that you use on your face is really good for your neck and your chest area to help tighten and hydrate those areas as well. And be extra careful around your eyes. You always want to make sure you're using your ring fingers, because those are your ring fingers have less muscles in them, and that's what's going to be extra careful around your eyes. It's going to be the most gentle around your eyes. So now our skin is all prepped and it's now time to do makeup. So I always start with my eyes before I do my face. This is going to help if you have what they call fallout. So when you're putting your eyeshadow on, if any of that eyeshadow gets down on your cheeks, it's okay. It will be easy to clean up, and then you're not messing up any of your face makeup. So I always start with my eyes. And today I use concealer for my eye primer. You can buy eye primers, but the concealer is going to do the exact same thing. So here is yours. It's Bye Bye Under Eye. This is also really good for anti-aging as well. So this goes into your little kit. With your concealer for your eyes, you only want to use like a pea size amount. You don't want to use a lot. So just a little bit, and you're gonna put it underneath both eyes and then also on top. And this is going to hide any veins, discoloration. It's also going to help with any tired or dark circles on those eyes. And we're just going to pat that right in. You don't need a whole lot of this, just a little bit. A little bit of makeup goes a long way. So as you can see there, I should have done them one eye at a time so you could have seen better. But that's what the concealer does. It also acts, it will help your eyeshadows stick to your eye better. So for your eyeshadow, I have this brand here from Sephora, and it comes with quite a few shades in it, but I want to show you. And everything I'm sending you is brand new. So this is what your eyeshadow palette is going to look like. It has a beautiful brown. It also has a light brown here, a medium shade, and a transition shade. And it has two fun sparkles. I'm also including in your kit a purple for days that you want just a little extra fun colors. These are some more purple shimmers here. And with your shimmers, you want to make sure you're only putting them on the lid of your eye, and you don't want to get anything too close to the inner corner of your eye. So just right here. I am sending you some of my favorite brushes to use. And I picked up some other ones that weren't in this particular set to go in here. And this comes in a nice little carrying case, so you can just carry it all together, or you can add it to the container that I'm going to send you, which will also have places for your brushes. And very important is when you first use your brushes, make sure you sanitize them, because you don't want all the chemicals from the new brushes on your face. So I've also got you a daily cleaner brush. This also helps once you've applied your makeup. You just spray it. Let me show you. You're just going to spray your brush. And I always keep a paper towel right here. And you're just going to do it in circles. And then your brush is clean and you can use it. So we are going to start with number 1, which is going to be your lightest shade. And what you're going to do with that big fluffy brush, which is this one here for you, it doesn't have a number on it, but it looks like this. You're going to take that big fluffy brush and you're going to start from the outside corner of your eye and you're just going to blend it all over your eye. And this is going to lighten all of that color up. See how it brightens that up compared to this side? You're just going to tap it, tap, 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 tap. And you can be really messy with this part. And then you're going to do your other eye. I also have a sty that comes every so often, so this is actually going to help lighten that area. You always want the inside of the corner of your eye to be lighter, so this way you don't look like you have dark circles right here. So you always want to make sure your lightest colors are towards the corner of your eye, and then your darker shades as you go out, and any shimmers on the lid. Okay, now with a more dense brush, which you can still use your fluffy brush, just make sure you spray it in between colors. You're going to take your darkest brown here and tap in the makeup in the palette very lightly, just super lightly. And you're going to tap off the excess, and you're going to start right at that corner. And don't worry if it looks a little messy, we can clean that up later. So we're just going to pack that color right on the edge and inside that crease. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Once you've got like a good dark spot, don't get intimidated. What you're gonna do is take whatever's left on that brush, wipe it off. And that's a good thing with this spray is you don't have to wait in between, but I just take that same paper towel and just wipe off any excess dark brown. And now with that same brush, we're just going to take it and go inside your crease. So when I say inside your crease, it's kind of where your eyelid goes back into your eye. So right in that crease, we're just going to smooth that color out and see how it's becoming less dark. And then we'll do the other side. And I do in circular motions and just back and forth circular motions. This is going to give your eye more depth and open this area up. And you can add more more dark. If you like it a little bit darker, you can always do that, especially if it's like for a date night, you can go a little bit darker on your corners. Now with that big fluffy brush, we are just going to take it and you're just going to kind of soften it. So this way it doesn't look like a hard, see how that looks kind of like a hard line? You're just going to windshield wiper and just kind of soften it up just a bit. See? So the next color we're going to go into is this light brown here. And we are just going to put that in the middle. This is going to take that dark brown color and the neutral color and mesh them together. And then make sure, like, after each time you kind of wipe it off on your little rag. And then you windshield wiper again, kind of blending that all together. Now we're going to take your shimmer, this peachy shimmer shade, and put it right in the corner, and this is going to brighten up that area. So again, with the ring finger, we're just going to press it on that inner corner. And again with the other side, pressing it. And this is going to help brighten that eye area up, especially if you have some darker areas. I get really dark in the corner. Okay, and then back with our fluffy brush and that nude shade here. We're just going to marry all of this together right at the top, super soft. And take it all the way up to your brows. And then this kind of creates a illusion of depth on the outside and brightness on the inside. So a few more steps for the eyes to give them a little bit more depth and kind of, mine kind of droop to give them more of a lifted look. What I take is a flat brush like this, which is in your little kit, and I use my eyeshadow. So you're going to take that dark brown again, and you are going to press it against your water, or against the top lid, kind of where you would put an eyeliner. But by using an eyeshadow, it kind of gives you that softness instead of a hard line. And I kind of like to take right where that corner meets and angle that brush up and just stamp it. That's all you're going to do is dab it into your eyeshadow, just dab, and then take it and softly press the eyeshadow up. Now I never take it further in because we want to leave this bright, so I only go about halfway. And then you're also going to take this along your waterline. Not inside, but just on the outside of that. And again, I don't take this all the way in. I just do it halfway, so this way it gives it that lifted look and brighter inner corner. And it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. So see how it kind of goes ahead and lifts this eye compared to this one? This one looks more lifted and this one looks a little bit more droopy. So we're going to do that with the other side. Again, just pressing it against that waterline, only going halfway on the bottom and then on the top. Try to make sure I'm in the frame. . And I have a scar here, so this one's always a little bit harder for me to do. But if you take that right on the edge here and just kind of pat it. And again with this side, just pat it. There's Pepper saying hi. And then if you find that that's too dark, you can take that big fluffy brush, wipe it off, and just kind of windshield wiper. And they call that smoking it out, kind of blurring it out. And that gives you nice depth, but lift it. So for your eyeshadow, that's pretty much all I do for a quick, easy eyeshadow. So we're just gonna put this back together and put it in your box. Sometimes I will take a silver eyeliner, which I know can be kind of intimidating, but I just put a little bit right on my waterline and it kind of gives it a nice little shimmer. See? And don't worry, because you also have a brand new silver shimmer that is going in your kit. Onto the face. Okay, so I use what is called Milk Hydro Grip Primer on my face, and I take one pump and I press this into any area that I have concerns. So I have enlarged pores around my cheeks and my forehead right here. So I just kind of rub that in, going down, and then I put it on my chin. You can take any excess, and again, with your fingers, you just kind of whoosh, and this is kind of where you can fix some of that fallout that I was telling you about. You just kind of take your finger, run it up, and then blend that out. Run that up. See how I had a little bit more fallout there? And you just take your primer and just kind of dab it away. And we have one milk primer for you in your kit. Next is our foundation. So I found your shade. So this is going in your kit. Okay, so next you're gonna get your Real Technique Beauty Blender. I have mine here. You're gonna wet it. You're gonna make sure that it's fully wet and you're gonna wring out all the excess. This is gonna help with our foundation. And I always take 1 or 2 pumps on the back of my hand, never on my face, on the back, so I can control how much product. And what I'll do is take my finger, and this stuff a little bit goes a long, long way. So I just kind of pat it. All over. And then I first take a dense brush here, which I have one for you, and kind of just like a painter, just kind of painting it on, getting inside all those pores. Of course you're getting it inside your pores, but making sure it's evenly distributed on your face. You're just gonna keep tapping, 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 painting it in. Don't worry if you have like little lines. We're gonna fix that with that damp beauty blender. And you can also take this and kind of swoop that eyeshadow up too on both sides. And then like if I see any areas, and I still have only done 2 pumps on the back of my hand. And I kind of brush it upwards. take the excess and I swoop it with that brush, and I always hit the bottom of my jawline and kind of blend my natural skin tone in with the color of the foundation. I have really red skin, so it's pretty hard sometimes. And then with your damp beauty brush or beauty blender, you see where some of this has like streakiness. You're just take that damp beauty blender and just pat those pink brush lines into your skin. And this gives it kind of that airbrush look. So if you have any excess on your skin that's not needed, it will kind of pick that up. And this just kind of shears it out a little bit. And then as you can see, it's all smooth there. So now that our foundation is put on, we're gonna do bronzer. Don't get discouraged.
No, don't get discouraged.
So this is, I got you a little one, and this is what it looks like inside. Again, don't get discouraged. Okay, with that same foundation brush, we're gonna put our bronzer on. So we're just gonna dab it into that powder. I got you a baby one, so. And then with our towel, we're just gonna dab off that excess. Now, for your contour, the whole part of contour is to lift the face up. So what I like to do is take my finger, find where my cheekbone and my jawbone meet, and you can kind of see that's kind of where I have that little dimple there. And all you're gonna do is start from your hairline and just kind of dab it there. And then you're gonna do the other side, find where your jawline and your cheekbone meet, and that's kind of where you're gonna put that contour. And then I also like to take it right above my hairline to give me some more warmth back into my skin. And then you just feel for that jawline there. And I know this looks crazy, but trust the process. And you're gonna take this down, and this gives you that illusion of a skinny face when you have a double chin like I do. And you're kind of making a 3, so you go around and a 3. Now, sometimes that still looks a little harsh, so what I do is take a bigger blending brush, which I have in here, and I just soften that. And then that gives the illusion of the skinnier face here and kind of brightens that up. And then you definitely want to take it down your neck just to kind of blend it all in. And this way you don't have any harsh lines. Okay, so for blush, we got you the NARS Amore, sorry. So with your fluffy brush, you're gonna take your blush, stamp it in there, any excess on the back of your hand. Now, I know a lot of people like to smile and put their blush here. The problem with that is once you're done smiling, that blush is gonna drop. So then your blush is gonna be here. So what I do is I always go from my outside temple and then down. I don't quite go where the apples are, just on top. And then this way when I smile, it gives it that rosy color there without going quite on the apples of my cheeks. And then I also like to bring it up on my temples to give it that warm peachy look there. So again, just from your temples down, but not quite to where that apple is. And then for fun, I always like to take it a little on my nose and kind of brightens that up. And then right across the forehead to give it kind of a kissed, sun-kissed look. And you can always add more. I love blush. Blush is my favorite. Now, do you remember that fluffy eyeshadow blush we used? We're also going to use this for our contour to make our little nose look skinny. So you're just going to take a little bit of that bronzer and just take it from your eyebrow down to the tip of your nose. See how it kind of adds dimension here? You just kind of keep washing it until you get that coverage that you like. See, this side looks a lot more skinnier. And then the same with the other side. And if you find that you put too much on, that is okay, because you can take that damp beauty blender and kind of tap off any of that excess that you don't want. And then I always like to do a little bridge, and that kind of gives you that button nose. Okay, so that's it for bronzer and blush. Next, we are going to do lips and finish off the eyes. So to finish everything off, I use brow gel. This will help if you have any sparse brows. Like I've got some patches in my eyebrows. So you're going to take your little, it's called Brows, and I've got one for you in a lighter shade because you have lighter skin, lighter hair than I do. And you're just going to take this little thing and you're just going to brush it through your brows. And this will help give them a little bit of shape and a little bit of color. See? And it just takes a little bit, not a whole lot. And it kind of acts like dye, but it's not really gonna dye them. It will wash off. And it just kind of helps bolden up your brows a little bit more. So you have one of those in your kit. Then I use, this is my favorite mascara, which I'm sending you one in a mini size. And all you have to do is get that, you want to try to get it as close to your lash line as possible. I make funny faces when I do this. And just wiggle it through. One of the things that I love about this mascara is it doesn't bunch up and give you clumps. Now, for some reason, say you got a little bit on your face. Don't wipe it. Let it dry. So we're just going to leave that there for a second. And we're going to do our under lashes. And I just kind of take the tip of this and kind of rub those lashes. Oh, I got a little bit on my nose. And by doing this, it's gonna add definition if you go closer to your lash line. Sometimes I curl them, sometimes I don't. It just depends. If I'm going for like a more natural look, I don't really curl them. But if I'm going on a date with Chris, then I'll curl them. So again, don't touch that. What we're gonna do next is go to our lips. So in your kit, I'm including one of these as well. This is a nice nude brown, but it's going to look beautiful. So you just want to line the outside of your lips very gently. Like so. And I have very thin lips up top. So what I like to do is color in the sides, and this is going to give it some definition. And you always want to go right above your lip line, kind of where that band is, to give you the illusion of softer lips. And then at the bottom, I just follow that line. All the way across. And then I fill in the corners here. And this will stay a lot longer than just using a regular lipstick, but it also can be very drying. So what I do is use a very moisturizing lip balm lip gloss, which I've also included one for you. This is really good, especially if you have dry lips, but it's clear. So you just, and it's not too sticky either. But it's going to take that lip liner and kind of meld it together. So now we have this big old splotch. What you're going to do is take a spoolie or your finger, and you're just going to take it and scratch that mascara off. And this way you don't mess up any of your makeup that you've already done. So last step is to powder. I also use the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and it will come with a little powder puff. And I just take that and dab it on my chin, under my eyes, and then across my forehead. And then this way, when I'm out and about, the only thing I have to carry with me for touch-ups, in case like it's really hot and I get oily, is my powder, my lip gloss, and my lip liner. And that's it, all I use to touch up throughout the day. Everything else should stay right in place. And yeah, I hope this helps. Don't forget to spritz your brushes after you're done and clean them all off. You can store them in your little carrying case here or in your new caboodle, which I'm so happy to send to you because I love it and you deserve one. And it comes with all these little compartments inside here. And it comes with this mirror that is really cool. If you touch it, it will light up for you and you can change the colors of it. And then you can also make it dimmer or lighter if you would like. So this should get you started, hopefully. Oh, I almost forgot our highlighter. So our highlighter, we've got matching ones now. I didn't realize that they had stopped making the brand that I had sent you. So we both won and got some fresh highlighter. So let me show you how to put that highlighter on. So with that highlighter, you're just gonna take, again, your finger and just tap it right on the tippy top of your blush. So it kind of gives you that sheen. And then do it on the other side. Just at the top there. And it kind of adds like a nice little glow on the tippy top of your nose. And then right here. And it just brightens the face. So sorry, I almost forgot that. So this is also in your kit. I hope you enjoy all of it. I hope this helps. If not, give me a call and we can FaceTime and do our makeup together. Mwah! Okay, so now that you have enjoyed your makeup all day, it's time to remove it. So one of the things I'm also including is this Pharma brand. And this stuff has made taking off, and so putting on makeup I love doing, and I hate taking it off because sometimes that's very stressful. Like, it's hard on the skin, you're constantly rubbing, especially if you've got really good makeup that's going to stay there all day. With the Laura Mercier, that is a waterproof, and then the mascara can be kind of hard to get off, but this stuff makes taking off your makeup a dream. So it comes with a little spatula. Let me show you. It will come just like this. You're going to open it up. You're going to take the little spatula inside, and it doesn't take a whole lot, but you're just going to scoop, and you don't want to get inside this wet. So you're just going to scoop some out and put it on your hands, and then you just rub it to town, and it's going to literally melt all of your makeup away. And it does feel like an oil on the skin, but it is going to take all of that makeup right off. And then once, like, you know how like when you're taking your mascara off, you can feel the little lumps. You really can't feel that with this. And you just rub it all off, turn the water on, get a clean, soft rag, wet it, and then just wipe all of that beautiful makeup away. This stuff has been a dream. You don't have to tug at your eyes. It removes all of it. And you can be super gentle with the wash rag. And then just like that, all of your makeup is washed away. Now, I do recommend, even though you use that helps break down the makeup, you don't want to just leave it like that. So you want to take some face wash and just go in and wash any excess makeup off of your skin. I really like this stuff because it doesn't burn your eyes. And then just wipe off all the soap from your face. My nose always itches. Don't forget to get your neck because we did put makeup down there. And then you let that dry for a little bit. And don't forget to go back in with your moisturizer. It's very, very important to go back in with your moisturizer. But this stuff here, if you don't use anything else in the kit, use this to remove any kind of mascara or makeup because it melts it off. It helps improve your skin. It helps build any kind of damage that any kind of makeup is going to leave. And then again with the moisturizer, oh, I probably got a little bit too much that time. And that same lip balm that you've been using all day, you can use that again at nighttime. It's really good nighttime mask too. You just put a little extra on. And now you're ready for bed. I love you, and I really hope this helps.